I'm noticing with Mattel is if you want a really nice box, buy a spooky doll. The Dia de las Muertas dolls and the Collector dolls have boxes made of board game quality boxes. From this angle, you get a 3D effect of the image of the corpse's bride. The artwork on them is really nice. It opens out sideways, which to me means that if you want to display this doll in the box, it's going to be taking up way more room because the outside box is actually nicer than the box on the inside. In another video, I'll go into more detail about my feelings on different box designs. For now, let's just say there is so much details going on. They're all appreciated, but it's hard to focus on the doll in the box. It comes with the nice plastic that just pops out easily and is the perfect reusable doll plastic. The background in the inside is of a Gothic Catholic church with purple butterflies encircling the ceiling. Let's get the doll out of there. She's blocking this graphic masterpiece. The inside box has nice graphics also, but there is writing on the back of the box that says,
"Dearly beloved and departed, we are gathered here today to celebrate the unlife of Emily, who has found her way, although she felt not ice, nor sun, nor candle flame. Her betrayed and broken heart ached all the same, until an engagement gave her hope, a spark. Despite the pesky cleanse, death do us part. But alas, just as a piano duet must end, so too did her betrothed. She set herself and her groom free, heart more glad than woeful. Emily walked the aisle in reverse, exuding ghostly grace. Luminous her gossamer veil flowing behind her face. At peace she stepped into the moonlight and let go with a sigh, dissolving into 1,000 blue butterflies fluttering into the sky.
it then repeats in French. So, yeah, as you saw, it comes with a crotch style stand with a piece to hold her legs and actually a really nice certificate with foil print. She is on the G1 body, so it's not as sturdy as the newer Monster High dolls, but half of her body is bones anyway. Her left arm, her right leg, and a portion of her right rib cage is showing. To keep her bony foot warm, she has a sock on that side. Don't you just hate when you get an earworm? But unlike us, hers are earrings that can be pulled out. Like every Monster High I've ever owned, she has the traditional 11 points of articulation. Her hair is a royal blue saran. The only other doll I have in my collection with this magnificent shade is a Fresh doll. I enjoy the spiderweb mesh material of her dress and the organza underskirts. I prefer when Mattel uses real fabric, so that's a plus. The variety of plastic molds, like her skirt cage and the Vel crown, are intricate and creative. One shoe has a black rose mold, and the heel looks like the base of a rose bush. The other shoe is more simplistic in front, but the heel is her ghost dog Scraps. All these details are completely lost if you maintain her in the box. You wouldn't believe it, but deciding what the stage setup would be for the inside of the Addams Family home took weeks. The only thing I was settled on was the bay window, the Gothic windows, and the front door all had to look like the front of the house positionally. But I wasn't sure about curtains, wallpaper, furniture, or other decorative elements. I wasn't even sure what to do about the windows from inside looking out. I had other ideas I wanted to get out this month, so I decided it didn't need to be done. I still needed to do a video for that Skeletor doll that I was still in the cardboard Mattel box. The sad thing is, I thought it was Lenore because I was seriously considering buying her. I even initially had a ghost in mind when planning this video. When Mattel did a surprise reissue drop of the Corpse Bride, that doll was not debatable in my doll world. But I did put off opening her so I could do a video. It was finally time to start her video. And when I saw that Gothic church interior, it settled everything. I wanted it to be part of the inside of the house. It arched perfectly for the Addams Family door. The cadet blue tint in its windows decided exactly the backdrop for the large Gothic windows. I wanted to use the Dia de los Muertos box for a side wall, and I wanted to use her box for the other side. If you've seen my Deaf Lucy review, you've seen me quick upholster the chair. I plan on doing that again, but I've been wanting to create a tall, high-backed armchair that I could quick upholster. So I decided to finally do that. For decorations, I did a quick run to Dollar Tree for inspiration, but of all the nerve, they were setting up for Christmas. I found a great dish drying mat for a rug and some mesh Halloween curtain that I could cut and use for the bay windows. I decided to do a spider lamp instead of making a chandelier. It's just a spray painted skewer stuck into a bottle cap and a balloon lamp betwixt its mandibles. The tree in the Addams Family front yard was originally covered in these glittery purple spiders, which I removed, but I decided would make a great artsy lamp for their home. I also found these great ceramic tile coasters that I placed on the Dollar Tree tool storage containers that I used as a side table. The foam pumpkin is from Dollar Tree also. They actually had black pencil cases. I use those for different furniture pieces, but usually to represent shelves. I already owned a cardboard jewelry box that I use as dressers for Barbies, and the flowers I put together for my Queen of Hearts video. The ottoman my sister made by wrapping twine around a paint cap. It has beads for feet. So in the end, everything came together quickly. I just needed one great piece for inspiration. Thank you, Mattel designers.
Thanks for playing dolls with me.